The city of Leavenworth has come out in favor of a bill that would allow cities to tax short-term rental bookings in much the same way they tax hotel rooms. House Bill 2559 would allow cities and counties to impose up to a 4% tax on short-term rentals and apply the revenue toward affordable housing programs. Mayor Carl Flory advocated for the bill last week in a House Finance Committee hearing, along with Leavenworth City Council member Zeke Reister. STR managers who testified took the opposite view.
This does allow us to cooperatively work with our county, and the county is very much in favor of this as well. And there are hundreds of them outside of our short little Leavenworth that are in the county, but they're still part of our community. So yes, it would generate those funds, and we would work with our county. They know our need to be able to provide housing for Leavenworth. And whether it's in I only control what's in my city limits, but that's my community's greater than that. And so helping us to get housing in the Upper Valley would help us get our workforce housing. You did pass this out, very similar to this last year. We just couldn't get it over the line. We need to get it over the line. Leavenworth is losing its community, literally losing it, because we're so popular for second homes. We cannot afford to have a workforce live there. This bill, and you talk about a nexus, there's no stronger nexus than the fact that every one of these short-term rentals could be, and many of them have been, permanent housing. And now, because of the popularity, they're used as second homes, and it takes away stock from ours. Asking them to help us replace that with a first home that can be for our workforce is what this is about. And if we don't get a significant tool to begin to address it, we're going to lose the community completely. So thank you for passing it out last year. Help us get it over the finish line this year, and help us to stop the hemorrhaging that's taking place in our community.
The impact of STRs on our housing stock is significant. There is a true nexus between the presence of STRs, the lack of affordable housing in Leavenworth. I would like to remind you that in Chelan County, 37% of the STRs are owned by residents, whereas 63% of the STRs in Chelan County are owned by non-residents. So it's truly a need to protect the locals. In Chelan, this tax is applied only to STRs where the owner is not present. This tax, these STRs we're talking about, the ones that are homeowner occupied, are exempt from this tax.
The February 2025 Congressional Research Service report on short-term rental markets makes clear that the housing impacts differ from locality to locality based on supply, demand, land use constraints, and the regulatory environment. The CRS report also discusses potential economic benefits of STRs, including impacts on tourism and local employment. I bring up the CRS report to underscore that the research is mixed and it's not clear statewide solutions would be effective. One statewide solution that could be impactful would be a smaller tax on all lodging types. A broad-based approach would avoid singling out one segment and reduce incentives to shift demand between lodging options. HB 2559 is well intended, but it has unintended consequences, some of which could harm Washington's guests, hosts, and the hospitality service workers who potentially need housing relief the most.